morning, and it's a Tuesday with a difference. That's what I type my Tuesday. Monday will come when I feel yeah, Monday. So Tuesday is a little bit of ease and calmness. I started the week kind of Monday, Tuesday. So guys, at the end of the day. It's another beautiful morning, and this is Nigeria Today live on Galaxy Television. And shouldn't have a wonderful time with a great family, Salah. Birthday is hitting, countdown to a birthday. Please celebrate this beautiful, lovely, amazing, witty. She can be witty sometimes.
Yeah, she can be.
She is a darling anytime, any day. I'm sure you'll do it. My name still remains Olori Abijoke Abdi David, and my friends call me Olori Agents. We'll talk about relationship and lifestyle. But I don't do this alone. I cannot. Relationship. You have to be connecting, linking, I have to
Gen Z Olori, good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm good. And you?
I'm good. I love the colors. Your glasses, your outfits.
Thank you.
Clock it. Oh my goodness. Okay, say clock it. Say clock it. Do this. Clock it. Good morning, viewers. Welcome to another interesting episode of Relationship and Lifestyle, where we give you hacks and tips on how to live the best relationship and live the best lifestyle in society. And as usual, our topic today is very, very interesting. So you don't want to miss this one. So sit back and don't go anywhere. My name is Gratitude Democrate, the Gen Z host.
Okay. Today we're looking at a very serious-minded. This morning, that's correct. Why do we crave for intimacy? Okay, or fear commitment. We crave, we long for, we yearn for intimacy, but we fear commitment.
Yeah.
And to discuss this morning is Emmanuel Adeleye. He is an analyst of Bank of America, United Kingdom, and is already here joining us live via Zoom. Hello, Emmanuel. God with us. How are you this morning?
Thank you very much for having me on the show today. It really delights my heart to be here.
Honestly.
Today and
now
to talk
I'm
about
sure the time they're about at your time is they're about 8 a.m. I'm quite right?
Yeah, it's about like we're like an hour behind. Exactly. So it just got changed very recently. So yeah, I think I had to be very conscious of that while joining today.
Thank you for joining in. We appreciate the fact that you could create that time for us. I'm sure we're not going to take much of your time. So when we look at people who crave for intimacy but fear commitment, what do you see when you perceive or hear of situations like this around you? What comes to your mind? More so, you're someone who is in the finance discipline. What comes to your mind?
Yeah, so like for someone who is sort of very analytical, like myself. So when I think about the subject, I think first and foremost, I think it's very important to point out that the reason why we crave intimacy is largely because it's part of our nature as human beings. It's even wired in our design that a man should not be alone, and we were all made for one another. And I think society functions better generally when we have different persons relating with one another. So it goes down to the intrinsic nature of us as human beings to sort of want to seek out that sort of intimate relationship, whether it be just you being with your friends or it be with having a partner or someone you want to spend a large portion of your life with, family. So human beings fundamentally are social beings that love to have intimacy with people. But I think the issue on the subject of commitment just comes where you have to realize the burden that comes with it. Naturally, you would want to just have the fun of just being in the relationship. But then there is a weight of that responsibility that dawns upon us as people. And I think from a relationship perspective, yeah, being having that commitment might come with a lot of exclusion to other things, and that, oh, this is someone that you just have to be with. So it means that you would have to forego certain things. And a lot of people are always scared of, like, oh, am I certain? Is this gonna be guaranteed? Because you're playing the long term game here, and you don't want to, like, just step into something you're not sure of. So there's always that uncertainty and that fear of, oh, am I missing out on something bigger? And I think that there is a lot of, like, solutions that we can come to. But I think that's just the way I think about the subject of intimacy and why people fear commitment.
Now, when we talk about craving intimacy and fearing commitment, most people, they when you listen to them speak, they tend to tell you about past traumas and struggling to really commit fully. Like you said, intimacy is one thing that is a part of us as humans, right? So it's already placed there. But now taking a step to say you want to commit to this person takes more. So what do you think are the root causes for having that fear to commit, and how can they overcome this fear so it becomes easy to commit and the other person doesn't feel used or feel out of place, and it should be the way it's meant to be?
Yeah, yeah. So like there are quite a plethora of reasons why, like, this might be the case with a lot of people. It could be, as you rightly said, trauma could be one of them. Another one could be, like, the kind of background that you're coming from. So it's like, if you come from a background where relationships don't necessarily work, which, like, happens to quite a number of people, you might be very skeptical to get into one. There is also, like, people driven by different convictions. So you get the kind of person that is just given to short-term pleasures, yeah, you might not really want to commit. And there's also the part of, shall I say, identity, not knowing yourself. So usually before you get into a relationship, because a relationship is more like a journey that you're embarking on with somebody, before you step on a journey, you must know where it is you're going, who you are, and what exactly it is that you want for yourself. So if you're unable to identify, like, these core aspects, it will become very difficult for you to say, okay, this is someone that I can attach and bring into, like, that space. So I think these and, like, several other reasons. I think, like, say, people know, like, tying back to, like, cultural values or faith or convictions, like, just doing things out of, oh yeah, I'm just doing this um for 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 just the short-term benefits. I think these are some of the reasons why it might be very difficult for people to uh like, commit. And, like, you just have to, like, embrace, like, the positive side of it. Try to, like, identify who you are, what you want to do. I think that would help you shape, like, the kind of things you want to bring into your life and the kind of people you want to bring into your life. And also, you must have a very strong basis for entering into a relationship. So I myself, I take on faith as a conviction to get into things. Some people, it could be that, oh, you must have a deeper sense of awareness of yourself and what it is that you want to do. So I think these are a few out of many reasons that could really help, like, lighten the whole thing and make commitments, like, easy. And yeah, responsibility is beautiful. Knowing that you have to care for someone, you have to commit to someone, should be embraced culturally too.
Thank you to Emmanuel Adeleye for joining us this morning. Finally, before you go, Emmanuel, we need you to advise us. If I'm coming into a relationship, thank God you are an analyst when it comes to, analyst at the Bank of America. If you are to advise a newly wedded couple on their finances, their commitment to finances, would you advise them to go for a joint account? I know you are not here in Nigeria. Would you advise them to, to have a joint account? And why would you want,
Yeah.
advise them to do that?
So I think at the foundation of it, yeah. So if both couples are honest with one another, having a joint, like, account shouldn't be, like, a problem. And just, like, as a very simple straightforward advice, I think it's very good for both couples to have a joint account, and for each party in the relationship to also have their own account. And they should sort of, like, create a purpose around, like, the joint account, that, okay, this is what we are doing this for. It's not like, oh, we're just storing money somewhere arbitrarily and then someone else can pull it. But so long as you're honest with your partner and you're like, oh, this person is, you love the person as you love yourself, it shouldn't be a problem having joint account, but you can also have your own account and have an allocation to that joint account.
The very best of today and enjoy your day. Okay, so we've been talking with
Thank you very
an
much.
analyst, okay, at the Bank of America, United Kingdom, and the discussion today is why do we crave more for intimacy? You know, when you talk about this is here, modern love paradox.
Oh my goodness.
Why you crave more for intimacy
Mm-hmm.
and fear, okay? The commitment that comes with it. I'm gonna be small thing. It's a beautiful topic, and I'm sure you join us on Family and Values. One of these days, we'll trash it more and do more justice to that topic. One of these days, I'm sure, right?